If you've been following this channel and episodes of Animation Junkie, as I've been slogging my way through the new releases of DC animated films, you've probably noticed a trend. These things have been bumming me out because they started out weak and have been getting worse, and to the point that even with the injection of good stuff that was Assault on Arkham, I just was feeling beat down by these things, and I was not looking forward to Gods and Monsters particularly. Oh great, a new darker take on the Justice League. Just what we need after the slog of films that are already these dark, oppressing, joyless things. Even the presence of Bruce Timm, who obviously did the Batman animated films and the animated Justice League that I love, and was involved at least as a producer on most of the really good DC animated films, I wasn't looking forward to this. So please understand the impact of me saying this is the best DC animated film since New Frontier, possibly the best they've ever done. It's really, really good. So, plot. This is really the first DC animated universe Elseworld story. Now, yes, I know a whole bunch of them were more or less isolated and not necessarily in continuity with others, and we even had Crisis on Two Earths that dealt with a parallel world. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about legitimate Elseworlds. Elseworlds means every character gets reimagined. You can't assume that anybody was what they used to be in the main continuity. Anybody can die, all bets are off. That's what this is. And it starts with just a real simple adjustment and then builds from that. What if Superman was not the child of Jor-El, but the child of Zod? And what if he was raised by a family of migrant workers instead of the Kents? So we start there, and then we get to add Batman into the mix. Batman is not Bruce Wayne. Batman is Kirk Langstrom. You may know him better as Man-Bat in the main DC continuity. So he's basically kind of a vampire scientist kind of character, but he is taking on the mantle of Batman. Wonder Woman is not an Amazon. She is one of the new gods. If that term doesn't mean much to you, think Darkseid, Highfather, Orion, the DC cosmic characters. She's one of them. I know it sounds like a really weird nitpicky thing, and it's hard for me to explain why, but I would not have been okay if they were going, what if Clark Kent is okay with killing people? What if Bruce Wayne is a vampire? What if Diana of Themyscira is much less hesitant about using violence or lethal force? Those notions all irritate me, but if you tell me Superman is not Clark Kent, this Batman is not Bruce Wayne, this Wonder Woman is not Diana from Themyscira, I am much more okay with that. And I don't know why. Maybe it's a pointless distinction, but for me, it makes all the difference. Because it tells me we're not messing with Bruce Wayne, we're giving somebody else the mantle of Batman, and we're gonna go a different direction. Cool, new guy's Batman, awesome. Where are you gonna take me? And they take it to an interesting place where the Justice League exists, doing what they believe is best, but the world not really completely behind them. Yeah, they're kind of helping us now, but I don't trust them to stay that way. That's the attitude of much of the world and a lot of the characters that have been repurposed and reimagined. And I love just about everything about this. I love the new takes on the characters. I love how many DC characters get moved around just slightly. I mean, they don't completely mess up anybody. They just move them slightly over. This guy here, this guy there. If you know a lot about the DC universe, you're going to catch so many names, so many references, all of which are going to make you smile because they're all pretty clever. The action is exactly what I want from an animated film, which is action that is just over the top enough that you wouldn't want to do it in live action. I complained in my Batman vs. Robin review that the action bored me because it's what I would have expected to see from something like The Raid or John Wick, which are awesome live action movies, but when I come to animated action, that's not what I want. I want something I'm not going to get in live action, and this delivers that with its action scenes. The voice work is all terrific. It took me a little while to get used to Michael C. Hall as Batman because, you know, Dexter, but he works. He fits really well. All the voice acting is really good. I can't really single anybody out because it's all good. It's all stellar. I love the progression of the story. I feel that they did a really good job sort of splitting up the amount of screen time given to Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. I think it's really well paced in terms of the points in the story where we get the background of each character. We get Superman's pretty much right off the bat, but we don't find out more about Batman until a little bit later. Wonder Woman's backstory till even later than that, and it's just all really spread out, all really paced. I mean, I just feel like the reason this works so well is because it was designed from the ground up as this sort of barely qualifying for feature-length animated film. It's not an adaptation of an existing story that's already been done in the comics. It's being designed specifically for this, and it's been tailored so wonderfully and uses the strengths of animation and uses fun ideas that are interesting and different. And because the characters are different, and because, like I said, it's basically an Elseworlds, which means all bets are off, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know how the thing was going to end. You know how long it's been watching one of these animated films, or even in movies in general, that I don't have a really strong sense of where it's going to end up? I didn't have that in this, and I love not knowing where something's going. This was just such a relief. Now, I know there's been some chatter in online boards about people, oh, will they do like a sequel, more things set in this universe? I'm not sure if I necessarily want that. I feel like this was a really complete story. Even though I'm definitely going to say I need more of this, I don't mean I need more of this specific vision. I just need more of these things specifically tailored to be this, to be complete, to be concise, to be fun. So, have you seen Justice League Gods and Monsters? If you have, drop something down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about it. I may have overpraised it at this point, and I would apologize for that, but I'm too darn happy. As for me, I am going to be back as soon as I get my next fix.